AMC is going to the moon. I've seen a lot of people talking about this short squeeze and how they believe that AMC will reach the heights, the prices that GameStop reached previously, $300, $400, maybe $500 for AMC. Today we're talking about a realistic price target here for AMC and the short squeeze that is currently happening on this stock. I'm going to talk about it right here in this video, so make sure you guys stay tuned. What's going on, guys? Patrick here, and today we're talking about AMC. Everybody on the internet's talking about it. It's all over the place. Is it really going to the moon, or have we finally found gravity here on AMC today, as AMC reached a high of almost $37 and currently pulling back here? If we look at the hourly chart, get a little bit better idea of what is going on with the price action. You can see the high at $37, currently pulling back to the $25 area. Let's talk about the fundamentals, and let's talk about why AMC is a different beast than the previous GameStop squeeze that everybody is comparing AMC to. Now, first off, we are using the Traders Workstation from Interactive Brokers. If you want to learn more about Interactive Brokers, there's a link down below. Just click the link, check them out. It's really simple, really easy. They don't charge anything to learn about it, but maybe you can learn about Interactive Brokers and how Interactive Brokers can offer some things that other brokers can't offer for you. I actually really like their mobile app as well. Check out the link, learn more about them. But let's talk about AMC here. All right. That we're going to focus on here is the float. Now, we always talk about with stocks in general, you have supply, you have demand, right? Supply, demand. It's very simple. AMC, what is the float? What does the supply look like? Let's take a look here. We're going to pull up the Fundamentals Explorer, which is pretty cool, from Interactive Brokers. Gives you pretty much like all the information, the ratios and all that stuff if you're really, trying to learn more about a stock. I know a lot of you guys are probably just buying and selling on the hype and on the beast, on the idea of short squeezes and all that. But hey, if you really want to dive in and learn more about the fundamentals and the financials of a stock, the Fundamentals Explorer that's built into the Interactive Brokers platform is really cool, has tons of information that you can go through and learn about. But all we need to focus on right now is the number one thing being the float. The current float for AMC is 418 million shares. So that's the number that we need to focus on here. So 418 million shares are out there, the float in the public. People are trading it, they're owning it, they're buying it, they're selling it, and all of that. Now, if we go and let's look at GME, GameStop really quickly. This is a comparison, right? We're comparing the GameStop squeeze with the AMC squeeze here so that we get a better idea of why this is a different beast in terms of supply and demand. Now, if we go to the profile, and we pull up here, the float for GameStop is showing 57 million shares. They also added shares recently, so before the squeeze happened, there was less. The float was even smaller. So that's 400 million for AMC compared to 50 million for GameStop. GameStop has had some insane moves recently, but it's pulling back again, pushing up to the 270 area, pulling back now to 232 on GameStop. So a 13, 14, 15% crash on GameStop today. But you can see on the daily candles where that insane move was. Previously, GameStop hit a high of $350. So again, think about supply, demand here, 4-to-1. Thinking about that, right? So the high on GameStop, $300. Right now, the price of AMC is around $25. So that's giving us an idea here. With that amount of supply, it's almost like AMC has kind of hit its top here already at the $36, $37 area. Does that mean that GameStop can't go higher? No, I'm obviously not going to say that here. But let's be realistic here and kind of focus on the actual facts and the fundamentals here. So AMC has a much larger, so that means that there's less need for short sellers to cover. There's more supply out there. It's easier to access shares to cover positions, and it won't create as an insane short squeeze. Now, another thing that we need to focus on here is the percent. Hey, if you guys enjoyed this video, please do me one big favor, hit that subscribe button so you can follow along on all of my fun adventures here in the stock market cryptocurrency space. And if you guys haven't already, check out the link down below, learn more about interactive brokers. Get back into the video. So if you go to GameStop and you look at the Wikipedia page talking about when the the craziness happened, the key here for GameStop was approximately 140% of GameStop's public float has been sold short. So that was before the squeeze happened, 140%. All right, again, remember, these numbers matter for a reason. So AMC, what is the short interest at right now during this short squeeze? So they have added 8% more, but the actual amount of shares shorted is only 21% of the total float. So with GameStop, we are at 140%. So over the actual amount of shares out there. And I'm not going to get into how that works with synthetic shorting and all that and ghost and with naked shorts and all that. But in general, the shorts, the amount of shorts on GameStop was much higher with a much smaller float. You can see what I'm getting at here. The supply, the demand. This is all very important things when it comes down to a short squeeze and kind of figuring out how high a stock can really go on that squeeze. And I know a lot of people on the internet right now are going to be focused on AMC, talking about AMC is going to reach $300, $500, $600, maybe $1,000 in the future. But let's be honest here and focus on the facts. And it's not that I'm against the bulls or the bears here. I'm really just focused on the actual fundamentals, because I'm getting a lot of questions, people who think that AMC is going to go to the moon from here. And well, you can see right now, gravity is starting to pull it back down. AMC bouncing off that 24.50 area, pushing back to the 27s. We had kind of almost a double top there at the $37 area here on AMC right now. So these are all things to focus on. Number one, we are focused on the supply, the demand. We know the AMC supply is much higher than GameStop. Percentage of shorts is much smaller for AMC. There's a lot of things different right now than comparing this to the GameStop move, because number one, I think that Wall Street has gotten smarter since the GameStop move. You know, they're more protective. They're not going to be as stupid as they were with the GameStop move. And like I said, it's not to say that AMC can't go higher. I wouldn't have even told you that AMC would have gotten this high, but in general, you know, we've got to focus on the facts here. And I believe that this could be the top here for AMC on this squeeze. It gets to a point where the buyers just become exhausted and things just end up the way they go. And like I said, the GameStop deal is just different. It's just a different beast because of the small float and because of the amount of shares short going into that insane madness of a squeeze. Where on AMC, it's a little different. Got a bigger float. You got, I would say, like I said, you have less people who are going to be very, very aggressive short, or maybe they are aggressive short. But in general, I think that Wall Street has learned a lesson before with the meme stocks, with stocks like GameStop. They've learned how to play the game a little bit better. You know, maybe they're going to figure out how to kind of win this time around, how they're going to win this time around. You know, they've lost on GameStop, but, you know, did they really lose on it? That's the question. That's always the question that needs to be answered. But in general, you know, there's this question now of, does AMC have the momentum to continue to highs of $100, $200? And I'm going to say that that's going to be very unrealistic for AMC to reach those price targets. But we live in a world now where Dogecoin's worth billions and billions of dollars, and, you know, crazy things happen. So who really knows at the end of the day? We've got to trade the momentum, trade the price action as it happens, and kind of figure out, you know, what is the real story as it unfolds. So there's the breakdown. AMC, GameStop, it's a different beast. Do not expect AMC to go to $300, $400, $500. But if it does, you know, well, you can be ready for the opportunity if you're trading it. But in general, I would keep you know, a little bit of sanity when it comes to trading this idea of AMC. I don't know if I'd want to be buying, you know, personally, I don't know if I want to be buying AMC at $30 thinking that it's going to go to $300. That's all. That's probably the best way to look at this video. The best way to look at this trade in general is maybe I don't want to be buying, you know, up here at the $35 area, $30 area, thinking that GameStop or thinking that AMC is going to go to the moon from here. So If you guys haven't already, do me one big favor. Hit that like button, subscribe button, all the buttons down below. I will talk to you guys later on.